EJ Williams, obviously, like he said, same school as Justin Ross, Phoenix City, Alabama, 6'3", 188 pounds. He's got good size, length, speed, ability to get behind and stretch the defense. I think he'll need to learn to be a little more physical at the line of scrimmage, kind of in the college game. As you can see right now in high school, he doesn't have to be. So when he's playing press man in college, these guys are going to be real physical with you and try to throw you off timing. So I think he's going to need to be able to learn to do that a little bit better when he gets to college. He's shown he can make consistent catches. One thing in particular that I noticed watching some of his highlights, at least the set that I watch, is his ability to catch it, as I like to call the shoestring catches. Okay, full speed, full extension, catching it right before it hits the turf. That's a really difficult thing to do. It's one of the hardest catches in my book. Even harder than the jump ball. When you're draped all over a guy. I think trying to catch it at your feet is a really difficult thing to do. And I'm not talking about diving to the ground catching it. I'm talking about just reaching his arms down there and catching it. So that's where the length comes in handy there. But I think he's definitely a good prospect and one I'd be more than happy to have on board at Clemson.
Yeah, I like him too. He's not a 5-star guy yet, so he's still got time to earn that 5-star. Like you said, 6'3", so he's got some good height on him. If you watch some of the video with us, you'll notice that he is pretty good at catching the ball at its highest point, and he's comfortable in the one-on-one situations. And that's what Clemson likes to use their outside wide receivers for. He's not afraid to block. There's a couple of videos there where he's blocking the outside guy and helping out in the run, so Clemson likes that as well. He's good friends with Justin Ross, as I said earlier. He seems to be, he mentioned in a couple of articles that he text messages Ross just about every single day. So there hasn't been a lot around him because a lot of people are already locking him down for Clemson as one of their wide receiver recruits. They are commitments for the 2020 class. So he kind of feels like that Clemson's going to get another top wide receiver right outside of let me replay the video here. Right outside of, underneath Alabama and Auburn there in Alabama. But there are a lot of teams that are really going after him. You've got T. Martin in Tennessee, which is kind of interesting because T. Martin, has got some family ties with Clemson. He's already visited Tennessee back in April. He plans to visit LSU. He already visited LSU actually this week, and he plans to go to Auburn in, I think, a week or two. So he's got some teams on the list, and he didn't mention that one of those teams was Clemson, and it might be that he doesn't get an official visit in at Clemson, but that doesn't mean that he hasn't been and visited on unofficial visits. I'm just talking about official visits. And we know that he's gotten a lot of experience with how Clemson is by being so close to Justin Ross. So what are you thinking? Crystal ball prediction, I'm going to say that he does pick Clemson.
Yeah, I think he's coming to Clemson too. I think his timeline is actually, farther up than either of the other two receivers. So I think he's going to be the one to drop first.